Alright gang, welcome back to a Frugal Millionaire Challenge on Mazo. Today's a very exciting day. The field that we bought at the end of the last episode is ready to harvest. It is now June, as you can see. So we will be harvesting that today. We will be selling everything from that harvest. I was considering keeping it, but we will not be doing that. We'll be keeping it. You can see rain is in the forecast, so we've got a little bit of an issue here. We're going to have to get that done pretty quickly. Before we begin doing that, though, I did want to show that I did upgrade the roller. We've used this roller before in other playthroughs. It's just the best one for your price. And the other one was just taking us too long on this field, so we went ahead and did that. Now, we do have to fertilize this field today, but we can wait on that. We need to get this field over here harvested. And I already have the harvester over here, ready to go. And I'll be excited to see what kind of money we get out of this. It's not the best to sell it now, but it's not the worst either. It's kind of in the middle. It's going to be about $110-ish less than what we could make. And the nice thing about this is we are dropping straw, so we can lease a baler, and we can turn that into straw bales, and then we can sell those as well. So that's a little extra money for us as well. This field's looking pretty good here, the sorghum field. So that should be ready here in the next couple of months. Good, be able to harvest that. We've got trees back here from this field that we need to chop down, and then we can turn that hill into whatever we decide to do, a grass field or maybe another crop field. Really just depends on, as far as the crop field goes, how easy it is to drill that and harvest it. The biggest concern I have is really with the harvester more than the drilling. I think the drilling, we can make it work. So we may end up turning it into grass, but we'll just have to see. Good though, this is exciting. This is the key to success right here. Buying plots of lands that are going to be ready to harvest really soon, that have a really good yield bonus, 98% specifically on this field. That's the key. And if they have some trees on them as well, that's only going to help, because we can actually utilize that tree devour thing to chop that up. Now, I am doing this video before the previous video has been released to you all, so I don't know what your comments were on that tree devour, and it was a little bit of a mess of an episode at the beginning because we had a lot of issues with it. So don't, if I'm still doing something specifically wrong, don't yell at me in this episode. I will be able to know for sure, well, more than likely for sure, by the next episode. I don't think I will be recording the next episode after this one before the previous episode comes out. If that makes any sense at all, I may have just confused you all, but hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully you understand what I mean. We already have 58% in here, so it's going to fill up pretty quickly. You remember that we do have a little bit of a trigger issue with this harvester, so we're going to have to play around with that a little bit with our trailer. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Eventually, obviously, we'll upgrade this harvester to something a little bit bigger. We're not talking massively bigger, but a little bit. But that's very, very far in the future at this point. So I don't know, let me get around to this side here and we'll start going up again. I don't know when the rain is coming. You can see it is in the forecast. It could be at 9 o'clock, it could be later on the day, I don't know. I'm hoping it's later on the day so we can get this whole field harvested today, but if we can't, we'll have to unfortunately just wait until day 2 of June to harvest it. That's the reason why that has been put in for this challenge, is having the ability to do 2 days in a month. Is due to rain and things of that nature. Since we are doing seasons, you have a very limited time to harvest things. All the withering and everything's turned on, so you really, when it's time to harvest them, the months you have, you've got to get it harvested, or you're in deep trouble. And ideally, the earlier you get it harvested, the better, because then you could plant something else in it, right? You got to kind of have to time that a little bit, though, because it depends on what you put in. it may be ready, and then it can start withering if you're not harvesting it, right? So you got to be very cautious with that. So we're going to be full here pretty much when we get to the end here, so I'm not even going to attempt to turn and try to get more. We're just going to leave it right here, and we will go pick up. Oh, I actually had this on already. I was just wasting gas. Way to go, Z. Way to go. We'll drop this off really quick. Let's pick up the trailer. Now, those pallets over there should be best to sell right now. So I'm probably going to have to move those over to the selling point. Likely by hand. I can probably put some of them in this trailer, but it's not going to hold that many. And then I'm going to have to take them out by hand. More than likely, it probably won't, accept selling them in this. Because it's not a flatbed. But, I don't know. I guess you never know. Maybe it will. But I don't suspect it to. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. I am doing pretty well myself. At the time of this recording, we just leaped past 900 subscribers. Thank you very much if you are one of those subscribers. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Helps me a ton, man. It's the easiest, and that and the like button are the easiest and the most beneficial thing you can do to help the channel out. And they're completely free. There's not many things in life anymore that are free, but that's one of them. Okay, I think I might have turned it off. I did. Didn't really mean to, but I did. Alright, now we're going to have this trigger issue. Oh, there it was. It's a very, very small window. Alright, perfect. So we're going to get this unloaded here, gang. We're going to have a lot in here, I think. It's probably going to be a harvester and a half, maybe. Might not even be that. It might be full before this harvester empties. But regardless, we'll use the worker. We'll utilize a worker to help us out while we go sell that. Now, we are probably just going to sell it at our market stall. Now, you can see the price is better at the grain mill. It's not a lot better, $11. Well, yeah, $11 specifically. But the grain mill is way up here. It is a far, far drive. Our market stall is right here. It's going to save us gas, wear and tear, all that good stuff. So, is that full? It's not full. Why did it stop? This thing is so finicky, man. I don't understand why it's so finicky, but it is. Gosh, that thing is just ridiculous how finicky it is. It doesn't make any sense. Where was I? We were going to sell them at the market stall because it's less wear and tear, less gas, all that stuff. It's going to save us money by not going that route. And that's what a lot of you have been mentioning in the comments about the rolling, right? So the reason why we upgraded to that bigger roller is because it will take less time, less gas, less money. If I'm having a worker do it, which I normally do for rolling, because you guys know I don't like rolling. So I think just overall, it's a better investment for us because we'll get it done faster. And then we'll get that extra 2% yield bonus, which is nice. So we got a lot to do here. This is going to take us a little bit. It's not going to be that long, but it's going to take us a little bit. Let's get this done. And we'll see what kind of money we get after this is all said and done. And that does not include the trees. Now, the trees are not going to be best to put into wood chips for a while, but there'll be at least a few of them up there we're not going to turn into wood chips, so I would like to try to figure out a way to find something to store the wood chips. Maybe we can just put them in our actual little shed. Maybe we can put them in there and it won't cause any issues. I don't think it will in the game, but we'll test that out too. Anyway, I'll get on with this. I'll be back with you guys when we're all done. All right, we're pretty much done with the harvest of the field. We're not making as much money as I was hoping off of it, but, I mean, it is barley, right? There's not a whole lot of money to be made on barley, but I suspect we'll make around $5,500, $6,000. So, oh, there goes Byron, and another Byron. Not as much as I was hoping in comparison to what we paid for that plot of land, but we also have those trees, right? And we have the straw on the ground. So there's some extra money to be made here for sure. I suspect the trees will probably bring in at least 15 to 16,000. So if you factor that in, it's actually not too bad when you start factoring all of that in. Still having issues with the harvester here, getting that actual trigger point to populate, and I don't know if it's specifically the trailer or if it's the harvester. I think it's the harvester, but it also could be the trailer. The trailers are small. The one we used before, the coffin trailer, whatever you want to call it, and this one, they're both relatively smaller trailers, so it very well could just be that the trigger points are too small. Now, I certainly could have kept the barley and turned it into something else. We probably will do that as we carry on, but right now, I think more than anything, we need money and to continue to buy land. So the faster we can get that, the better for right now. We've just got to get some more land under our belt here so we have more money incoming. And really, I need to get a silo pretty soon as well. And we will. We will get a silo soon enough, but I don't think we need it yet, just because the price of this was really not bad. When we get to a point where we're harvesting something and the price of it is bad, and it's not going to be good for a while, we will absolutely put a silo in. I'm not about not getting a decent deal for what we're harvesting. But the goal is to try to do the best you can to, you know, set it up where when you harvest it, it's not terrible, but it's obviously it's going to be very rare when that's going to occur in this kind of a series because of the fact that it is a seasons-based series and it's on hard difficulty. Alright, now we're going to have to play at the trigger point again here, trying to find it. Perfect. That's done. We can go take this back. And we're going to have to either return the tree devour and lease it again later, and it's very expensive to lease, or figure out a way to buy some kind of small baler. But the problem we also have is, when you saw it in the middle of that time lapse, I started working on fertilizing that field, the second application. We ran out of fertilizer. So we got to buy another bag of that. And that's not cheap, right? At least one bag. We can probably buy 2 bags. So I'm sure the drill probably needs some as well. The drill probably also needs seed. So, yeah. Now, when we get this put away, what I'm going to also do is we're going to take a look at the seasons map again. And we're going to see what we can actually replant or re-drill into that field we literally just harvested. It's June. I don't know what options are out there for us. It may not be anything for our drill that we currently have, which means if we want to put anything in there, with the exception of grass, we can put grass in there. We are going to have to get a different drill of some sort, right? I need to lower that header. It's safer to lower it. There we go. So, if we look at the seasons map, quick save here. Yeah, we can't plant anything that we currently own, with the exception of grass and oilseed radish. Those are the only 2 things we can actually plant right now. Now, when August comes around, we can plant canola again. September, wheat and barley can be planted. And then there's nothing else we can plant until next season. This is where the difficulty is going to come into play, right here, gang. So, based off of that, statement I just made. As much as I don't want to do it, we should look at the beets, the carrots, and the parsnip. They are a pain in the ass to harvest, but we should at least look at it. So, vegetable technology, the drill is, well, this one for 3 meters is 12,500. That's actually not that bad. This one is 51,500, double the width. Ideally, we're probably just going to have to pick this one. It's a very small one. That's part of the problem. That field that we just harvested, while it may not seem like it, it is a relatively large, wide field. So that's going to take a while. We certainly could do a worker, have a worker do it. Absolutely could. But that's going to take a while. That's going to take up half of our money. And then we have to figure out a way to get enough money to get a harvester, or at least lease a harvester. We could lease, I guess we could lease this too. How much is it to lease it? We should look at that. 2,626. 637. 637 is not bad at all. But regardless, we have to figure out a way to either buy this or lease this, and that's a lot of money. Now, we could do this one, but that means we have to have a trailer running side by side with a worker. That's a lot. So we're going to have to think about this for a minute and see what we really want to do here. But regardless, we need to get this back and sell it. Make us a little bit more money. Not going to be a lot, but a little bit more. And then we'll have to decide what we're going to do. I'm thinking we can unload the wood chips into our shed, and it should be fine. The problem then becomes I have to get some kind of bucket for the front of our front loader that's over there, so I can get them out and sell them when it's time to sell them, right? I guess what I'll do here is when we get up here and we sell this, we'll peek at wood chips and see what the price is right now. I know it's not the best. I know it's normally just like most of the crop. It's best in December, January, those kind of months. And I think it's dropping. I think it's worse now than it is in the other time period. I'm not opposed to to getting rid of them, even though it's not the best time. But I mean, if we can at all help it, it's smarter for us to not do that, right? We've got those pallets to sell today too, so that's going to make us some good money. So yeah, it was around $6,000 of the harvest, the total harvest there. Not bad, but not as good as I wanted. As far as this goes, we've got 17,624 liters of planks in here, and 657 liters of furniture in storage. So there's a lot in there. So let's look at all of our options here. Wood chips are worth 189, and that is about as bad as you could possibly get. That's a big fluctuation right there. So in my eyes, there's no reason for us to have that tree devour right now. We might as well just return it. I should have returned it probably in the last episode. We have some fertilizing contracts to do. I know that's the last thing that you guys want to see. I've done a lot of fertilizing, but I mean, it's such easy money. We're taking them all. It's such easy money. I don't necessarily have to do these on camera with you. I can do these off camera. I kind of want to take this harvesting one too. 185. It's not a whole lot of money. Where is 185? Over here. We have to go to 195 anyway for a fertilizing contract. Where's our other fertilizing contracts at? I can't even see them. 213. Okay. I don't even see the other one. 213, 195, 174. So we're looking for 174. 175 is right there. Where the hell is 174? Why wouldn't 174 be right here? Man, this map is it's so weird where the numbers are on this map. Where is 174? You guys have probably seen it. I'm just blind. Where's 174? 173, 172, 175. Where's 174? Oh boy. I don't see 175. It must be right in front of my face and I'm blind and missing it because I do not see it anywhere, gang. Where's 175? Or 174, excuse me. It's not even on the map. It's not even on the map. What? 174. Well, I have no idea where it is, gang. But anyway, we're going to take the harvesting as well, because why not? It's down there. Oh, I can't have more than that. Okay. Well, regardless, we have got to get the more fertilizer, so let's go pick some up. I'm going to flip it over to the tractor here. Actually, you know what? No, we're not. We're going to leave the tractor here. We're going to use the Gator. We're going to use the Gator. We haven't used the Gator for a bit. We've been heavy on the tractor for a while. Let's use the Gator. Gator goes a little bit faster, too, so it'll be faster to pick up the fertilizer from the store. Alright, I see you at one of the fertilizing contracts. Probably the one over on that side, near the shop. Because that's the only one over there that I think we have. Alright, we got the fertilizer in here. I bought 2 bags, and I also filled up gas into the Gator and needed a little bit of gas. So we spent a lot of money. But that's okay. We need the fertilizer anyway, so we probably need some seeds too. Oh, here comes the rain. Glad we get the harvest done. Man, am I ecstatic we got the harvest done. So I'm going to do this field, fertilize this field, and then the rest of the contracts I've done, I'm going to do those off camera. You've seen a ton of fertilizing on this series so far, and it's just because it is one of the main keys for us to be able to make money pretty easily, especially with this fertilizer spreader here. It's such an awesome fertilizer spreader that we can just chunk through or chew through the fertilizing contracts like it's butter. So I'll do this one, and then the rest of those I would do off camera. The harvesting I likely will do off camera too. We'll see. We'll see how far the time of the actual the episode is getting to be, because we still have to get that straw up off the ground. We don't necessarily have to plant anything today in that field, since we saw we can't plant anything in regard to our current drill. We have to get something else, unless we do grass, and we have plenty of time to do grass, so grass is not a concern for me right now. We can do grass whenever. But we'll get this field done here, and we'll see where we're at. It's relatively a big field, so this should make us good money. And then we will be back with you at that point and see where we're at as far as money goes and what the next step will be after all these contracts are done. I got a little bit lost there for a minute looking at the scenery, so I'll get us back. 174 is flashing on the mini-map here, gang. I just, for whatever reason, you guys probably saw it, but I'm blind as a bat, I guess, because I did not see it anywhere. I'm just driving through people's fields now. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'll get us back, and I'll get these other 2 contracts done, and I'll see you guys when we're all done. There we go. We found the main entry that we got in from. Fantastic. There's one, I found 174. It's over here. I don't know how we missed it, but we didn't see it. It was right there. You guys probably were yelling at me in the comments. I'm going to get both of those fields done, and I'll be back with you. So I literally finished every field except for 174, which we're coming up to now. The area back there, the one field I did back there, I really, really like that area. It is a very, very pretty area. If I had my choice, we would move our whole farm operation down there, but it is pretty far from where we currently are. So we probably won't be doing it, but maybe if we ever come back to this field again, or this map again, I should say, maybe we'll do another series on this map, and we'll start down there. I really, really liked that area down there. Kind of wish I had recorded it for you to show you, but I'm sure at some point in this series we'll get back down there again, and I can show you it then. But I really, really liked it. Alright, all of them are done, so we can turn those in, make some money. Perfect. The harvesting is going to be 185, which we kind of saw already. It was down in the same area, so if we decide to do it, I could show it to you. It was where I was harvesting, or fertilizing, excuse me, was 195. This area right in here, I really enjoyed all this, well, all of this section right in here, actually. So, 185, right? 185? Yeah, 185. It's not exactly the right, it's up here. It's not exactly down in this vicinity, but, man, that is it's pretty much flat, but it's got a lot of trees. It's got a lot of different minor hills to it. It's just a very nice area down there. So, and there's actually a lake right here too. So, 185. Do we harvest it? I think we wait. I think we hold off on it. We've got enough to do today. We've got to get a rent, I should say, not get. We have to rent a baler to get that straw up off the ground. We've got to get that off the ground. Right now, it's probably harming it. We're going to take this way. I don't know if this is going to get us into a dead end. It looks like it's going to, but we're going to take this way. Keep on to explore this map. I really like this map. The straw is probably just getting there, being destroyed right now with the water, but it is what it is. So I'm going right into a farmer's crop. I like that there's little oh, what do you call them? Why am I blanking on what they're called? For hunting. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. I'll be in the middle of the video here, and I'll think of it later on, but a little hunter's area for them to hunt. Why am I blanking on what they're called? Well, you know what I mean. I saw one earlier when we were doing the first fertilization contract, and I had to stop and look at it when we were exploring. Alright, let's get back to the farm. Alright, back to the farm. We're going to finish touching up this field here. I don't remember exactly where I got to, but I kind of know. So we're just going to go with it. I didn't pick up those logs that we cut down in the last episode. They're still up there. I can get them off camera between this episode and the next one. We'll just be putting those into the charcoal. You've seen that happen many a times. You don't need to see that happen again. I think we got the whole field down, but I just want to get this section one more time just to make sure. We're good. Let's go put this away. We can turn the beacon off. I should have turned that off already. I guess we'll return that tree devour, because there's really no reason for us to keep it right now. We're not going to be selling any wood for a while, at least that way. We'll be doing it the other way, where we put it into one of our productions if we take any trees down. So, let's return this. And we've got to get some kind of baler. Ooh, this would be nice. That would be nice to have. Let's see, what can we do as far as balers go that's a reasonable price? 182 40 centimeters. Oof. We won't be doing that size anyway anytime soon either. We won't be doing any of the super unrealistic, the combi ones where you can turn straw into silage. We won't be doing any of that. We'll be doing this the realistic path. It's probably going to be this one. 867 is really not bad at all, so we'll probably utilize that one. Unless we come across something better. Potentially this Heston baler here. This Heston style baler, I should say. It's a square bale. Don't love square bales, but 612 versus, what was this one? 867. That is a significantly amount cheaper, though. We probably want to just buy one, honestly, than just leasing the whole time. We don't need the extra wide tires, even though I might like them. We don't really need it. Do we buy it or lease it? We're just gonna lease it. It's gonna save us a lot of money by leasing it. Let me go pick that up. We'll get over there. We'll get all of the bales done on the straw. And we'll see where we are as far as the time of the actual episode at that point. Alright, we're pulling up here. It's rain should be stopping any minute according to the weather. It should be around 11 o'clock it should be stopping, so I guess anywhere between 11 and 12 it should stop. But we're going to get this underway here. And we'll see how many we get. I suspect not many, because this is going to be pretty big bales, honestly, we're going to make out of this. Probably 3 bales if we're lucky, maybe? Maybe 4. Not many. So not something that I'm even going to consider or worry about getting any kind of flatbed trailer yet. I don't even think it's something that we should even think about doing right now. I mean, we can bring the front loader with the pallet forks on it and pick them up, you know, to pick 2 of them up, take it back, just make 2 trips on it, save us a bunch of money by doing that. So that's probably what we'll end up doing. Now, as far as what we do with the bales, I will look when we get going up this path again and see what the price is for them right now. I suspect it's not good. I suspect we're going to have to wait to sell these, just like we would everything else, until winter months, if we want the best, you know, profit out of it, and I really do. We don't need, there's no reason for us to go and sell them right now. We can just hold on to these until it's best. Quick save, and then I can look and see what we got here. Straw. Yeah, so it's actually not bad right now. It's 38, so it's in the middle-ish. So it's actually not bad. We could sell it now, but it will go up in December, November, October, as you would expect. The best time to sell everything. June, it's supposed to be dropping, and it's going to drop significantly here. It's not going to go back up for a while. So we're on our second bale now, even though it has not shot out yet. The way that these Heston style balers work is they just push each other out instead of, you know, like the round bales where they actually drop them. Be careful so you don't drive into your crops. Sorry about the trees there, gang. So let's get this done, gang. Let's see how many we get. Let me know down below your thoughts on how many you think we're going to get now. You kind of saw a little bit of how much it took for us to get one. So let's see who's correct. I'm thinking 4. Alright, well, we're almost done here. I'm clearly going to be wrong because there's 3 already out there. There's a 4th one in here. We're on the 5th one, I think. Maybe even the 6th one. We'll see once we pump the rest of these out of here. So I don't know if I can force that other one out or not. Looks like I can't. I thought I could force that one out of there, but I guess I can't. So maybe I was right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't force that one out. That sucks. So that's just a waste because we are man, that's I thought I could get that out of there, but I guess since it's not a full bale, it won't let you. Anyway, that sucks because that's just wasted straw right there. I mean, that's 96% straw. It's almost a full bale. Well, that just absolutely sucks. Nothing that we have is going to be ready next month either. Well, that sucks. The only thing we can do here is try to mow grass on some of the plot of the land that we have. Try to mow some of the grass, and then you know, we could fill it up 4% up with the grass that we have, which we don't have a whole lot of grass actually. We might not even be able to get anything out of the grass that we have. Man, that sucks. That's too bad. So I think I've made my decision up. In the next episode, what we'll likely do, depending on money, certainly, is we will we'll pick up those straw bales, obviously, and we'll probably lease a drill to put some kind of root crop in, carrots, beets, parsnip, whatever. I don't mind. We'll do one of those, and we'll see. We'll see what happens as far as the money goes there, but it really sucks about that straw bale. I'm still upset about it. 96%, man. We really don't have any grass here. It's all like fake grass and these weeds and stuff, so I don't even think we'd be able to mow anything, even if we wanted to. But we are going to make good money off of these real quick. I'm going to take these by hand. I will be back with you when it's all done. We made a ton of money. You can see we're making about $1,376 per one. So we're up to $56,456. That is fantastic. But with that, gang, we will leave the episode there. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me out a ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. I'm happy to get back to you on those. Check my other channels out. Links are in the description down below. And until next time, I'll see each and every single one of you in the next episode.